Whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Charvette Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Charvette Mitchell.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard all across the World Wide Web. OMG, we're so excited to have you here joining us for another phenomenal show. And listen, I got to tell you, today's show is off the charts. I don't have a lot of opportunity where I interview a lot of people in Richmond, but today's show, I'm kicking off, my guests are from Richmond. You know, with the internet and all this, you know, we just talk to people all around the world, but I'm really excited because our first guests are going to be starting the top of the hour out, RESOUND, joining us, oh my goodness, all the way from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia. I'm telling you, from classical to gospel, this trio is really unique. They have an awesome sound. The group is made up of Joseph Clarke, we call him JoJo, Jessica Fox, and Mariah Hargrove. And I'm telling you what, they were featured on Good Morning America. And I'm going to let them tell you how they got on there. And then they've just grabbed the attention of a lot of those in the gospel industry. There is certainly a buzz about them. We're going to hear about them working on their own project and all that good stuff. So that's going to start the top of our hour out with RESOUND. And then in our second segment, also from Richmond, Virginia, we're excited to feature Latisha McDougal. Yes, she is the owner of May We Help You Radio Network, and she is here to talk about a book that she is a contributing author in, and it's called Keys to Living Uncuffed. Keys to Living Uncuffed Women in Business. And so this book is a collaboration of tips and tools and keys that will help you in your everyday life. And it's been pulled together and brought together by successful local women in business. So that's going to be our second segment. So this is what I need you to do. Jump on Facebook, tell them what you're listening to. Jump on Twitter, tell them what you're listening to. Get on Instagram, tell them what you're listening to. Oh, my goodness, big shout-out to those that are coming in on the phone lines. We see you, those that are coming in from Twitter, from Facebook, from our mobile app, from Charvette.com. We love you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the virtual studio and bring our guests up to the mic. Again, I'm really excited to have RESOUND coming up to the mic. Right now, we have JoJo Clarke and Mariah Hargrove. How you guys doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Mariah, did we have you on the mic yet? All right, no problem at all. I tell you, JoJo, we're just going to let you hold it down. How about that? We're going to let you hold it down for right now.
Cool. I got you.
So let's chat. How in the world did this group even come together? How did you all get formed?
Okay, so basically, we've been singing with each other for a long time, probably about 5 or 6 years. We met, first of all, me and Jessica and I, we're like friends in the family. We've been going from school, like middle school, high school together. So we kind of grew up together. We met Mariah doing this production, this play. And when we first met her, she was just like singing circles around us. We were like, what in the world's going on? So we met her. We was like, okay, cool. So we started to sing in different groups, around the community. And then there was a group that we started with Dan Boyd, who is now a manager. And basically we sung with him, and then all of a sudden we kind of decided, okay, we took some breaks with that. Then we were preparing for something. We were preparing for some kind of event. We were sitting down at the kitchen table at Jessica's house. We were eating. Okay, food was involved. And we was eating some food. And then all of a sudden we just started to sing. And we arranged our first medley, which was the Awesome Medley. We put that on Facebook. And then from there, God just moved. And so many people would start sharing it from just, the community to different people in different states. It went international. A lot of artists. A-list, B-list artists just sharing our post, and it was just amazing, and that's where we kind of started. We started there. We had no idea that it was going to be this big or that God was going to move the way he moved in the past, I'd say 2 years, because it'll be 3 years in August that we were even a group. So
wow.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you got the first video on YouTube and you just saw, because YouTube is really good about telling you your numbers and all that, and you just saw the numbers continue to rise? What was that like?
I mean, the feeling was unbelievable. Just to see that people were fans and people were just like, how in the world y'all doing this? And we're like, we just love to sing, and
yeah.
It was just crazy, like, just to see how the numbers were just, piling up, and eventually, going from thousands to 100,000s to, eventually with our, Christmas medley that we did last year that was just got retweeted by Ariana Grande, went up to almost over 5 million views. So,
wow.
It's all God. It's all God. There's just no way that humanly possible that we could do this. He has just, he has been the author of all of this, and he is just writing the pages for us, and we're just following him. We're just following him, and we're just doing what he says, to do. So.
Wow, and certainly he is the one that can make you center stage. So, these things that the favor that you all have received certainly can only be attributed to God. Listen, JoJo, we sent out our email blast to let our listeners know who's coming on the show tonight, and one of our listeners responded, Ayana Smith. She said, RESOUND is off the charts. I saw them in Norfolk, Virginia live, and they are amazing. So big shout out, and I believe she's actually in the Norfolk area, so big shout out there.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So speaking of, as I said earlier, you had the opportunity to be on Good Morning America. So first they featured you in a segment, and then they said, no, we got to fly you guys in. So tell the listeners who haven't heard about that story how all that came together.
So, that was an experience. Okay, so I was in North Carolina when I found out, our managers, Van and Mary, they reached out to us. They were like, hey, do y'all know that Ariana Grande just retweeted y'all video, not just once but twice? And she, I think she shared it on Facebook, and she wrote some comments, saying how she was a fan and she really loved us. We were just like, oh my God. So from there, at that point, I'm like, I'm peeing in my pants, like, what in the world's going on? Like, it's crazy. And, I'm just like, Jesus, what's going on? So after all that, basically, the Good Morning America, I guess the producers reached out to our management. Shout out to Will. Will's amazing. He works with Good Morning America, and he actually did all of this for us. He kind of contacted us, was the main guy that just made the connection. And so basically they put our videos, like, can we, do we have permission to use your video on our Good Morning America show? We was like, yeah, cool. So we're thinking that this will happen in a couple of days, 2 days. Man, this happened Sunday when she retweeted. Literally Sunday morning, the video went up.
Wow.
And we, early in the morning, so I'm not even, really up yet. And I'm getting all these texts and phone calls. The girls are getting all these notifications. And we found out that we're on Good Morning America that morning. And then the next day, because the ratings were so high and that people really, really loved it and they wanted to, I guess, see us live and they wanted to experience us more, they asked us to come on the show. So in less than about, I say, all this happened in 7 to 10 days. And that next Monday, we were on the show live.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So many people were, hitting. I know your Facebook, your phone app was probably blowing up if it didn't blow up for all of you, because so many people were just, taking pictures of the TV and snapping and tagging and all that.
Yeah.
So awesome. Listen, I think actually Mariah is hanging out in the virtual green room.
Okay.
So, listeners, what we're going to do is go to a quick commercial break, and then we're going to bring Mariah Hargrove on one part of the 3-part trio, RESOUND. So if you're just tuning in, hey there, we see you on the phone lines. Those that are coming in, hang out. We're going to bring Mariah into this, and we're going to keep chatting with JoJo, and we're talking about RESOUND. So don't you go anywhere.
It's the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Charvette will be back after this.
Hello, we are 123jobzone.com, an online job search portal. We are user-friendly, and if you're searching for a job, with us, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, Go to www.123jobzone.com and register as a job seeker. Step 2. Once registered, upload your resumes. Step 3. Get connected with employers looking for people like you who are ready and willing to work. Don't forget to follow 123 Job Zone on Twitter and Facebook to find out more about our upcoming job fairs. What are you waiting for? Stop by 123jobzone.com today. Good luck with your job search.
She's here to motivate, excite, and influence you. She's Sharvette Mitchell. It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show with in-depth interviews from today's leading authors, gospel artists, stars that you want to know about. And now, Sharvette Mitchell.
All right, welcome back again to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. And we are excited. We're chatting up here with RESOUND all the way from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia. Listen, we're bringing up to the mic JoJo Clarke we've been chatting with, and now we've added Mariah Hargrove into the mix. Hello, Mariah. How are you?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Doing great. We're just chatting about all the favor that y'all have on your lives and on this group.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about that.
Awesome. So certainly, the Good Morning America, that just is like, oh my goodness. But you've garnered certainly attention from people like Pastor Donnie McClurkin, and you've had an opportunity to do some things with him. So tell us about that, Mariah, your experience with Pastor Donnie McClurkin.
Well, first of all, Pastor Donnie, my Uncle Donnie, is the most amazing person in the world. We appreciate him for us. He was great to speak with. We were actually in contact with him a year before we got the opportunity to sing on two of his tour dates with him, or to open for him. And he's always complimented us and let us know how much he appreciated our gifts. And that's really all we love to hear, that people actually appreciate our gifts and they believe in us. So we appreciate you, Pastor Donnie McClurkin, for believing in us.
We love you, Uncle Donnie.
When he took us backstage after we were finished, and he imparted into us, and he spoke to us, and he told us some things that we may not really have wanted to hear, but it really helped us, and it helped us grow. And we appreciate him for that. The experience was mind-blowing. And let me tell you something. I was a complete fan back there. I almost cried when he was talking. I'm trying to tell you, it was just an amazing feeling, and we appreciate him so much. Him and Fred Handel. We don't want to leave him out because he did say something.
He gave us some wisdom, too. He poured into us, a lot.
Absolutely.
Wow. And so how are you keeping, let me figure out how I want to phrase this. How are you keeping your feet on the ground and not getting your head blown up to take you up into the, because you all are singing with all kinds of people. You just got back from Philadelphia, so James Fortin and Kiara Sheard and all of these people that you've had the opportunity to listen to their music. How are you keeping yourself grounded?
Sweetheart, it's not that hard to show you why, because we can be replaced so easily in the blink of an eye. There are so many people. We thank God for our talents. We recognize our talents. Let me tell you something. There's people in this world that are 5 times better, that are 5 times more worthier, and God can kick us right off our little throne and pop that air bubble that we may grow and put somebody else to show us how it's supposed to be done. So we try our best, and we are very cautious of the things that we say, how we treat people, how we come off to other people, because we don't ever want people to lose sight of God. Because it's not about us, because we didn't give ourselves this gift. God gave us this. So
Well said. Anything you want to add to that, JoJo?
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it all of this is because of him. So, Mariah said it. There are so many people, in not just in the world, but in Richmond, who are amazing singers, amazing musicians, and it makes me very, very humble. Just just that God chose us, just that God trusted us with, bringing hope to the world, bringing music to the world on another level. And so that just humbles me right there. That's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. If you just tuned in, hey there, we're listening and we're chatting and we're talking to RESOUND all the way from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, #RVA. While they're listening, tell listeners how they can connect with you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. On Twitter, @OfficialResound. On Instagram, @OfficialResound. On Facebook, you can just type in the search bar RESOUND, and we'll be right there. We all do have individual Instagrams, and if you want to follow us individually, you definitely can do that as well.
All right, there you have it, listeners. And I have tagged on Instagram, I have tweeted, and I have Facebook. So if you're following me, those are easy connection points. Twitter.com/Charvette, Facebook.com/Charvette, and Instagram.com/CharvetteM. And I'll tell you that story later. Somebody already had Charvette. All right. So listen, we actually have people on the phone lines that want to ask questions. I normally don't take a bunch of callers, but I'm gonna do something special and take a caller. I'm coming to caller ending in 7059. Caller ending in 7059. You have indicated that you have a question, and I am bringing you on air right now. Hi, caller ending in 7059. Do you have a comment or a question for our guest?
Well, Charvette, you might want to put me back on mute. This is Latisha.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. No problem at all. We have some that are listening. We have a bunch of people on the phone line listening. So listen, you guys are popular. So JoJo, tell us how you all came up with the name RESOUND.
So Jessica actually came up with the name. We were thinking about different names. We wanted something that was going to be very different but yet musical. So I think our first name that we thought of was Fresh Sound.
Fresh out.
You laughing, bro. He is hysterically laughing.
He's like, that's whack. We're not going to use it. So RESOUND, so Jessica was like, hey, what about RESOUND? It was like, okay, cool. At first I was like, what is this? And Mariah was like, oh, I like it, da-da-da. So she was explaining the reason why. She said, well, resound means to echo. It means to make loud. It means to continue. And so that's kind of the musical term. But then also, we want our sound to resound. We want the gospel to resound. We want the love of Christ to resound. And the best way to do it is through the gift that God has given us, and that's, through singing and music. So that kind of was like a spiritual and a musical way of kind of representing what we want to do in our mission.
Right.
So, yep.
Cool. There you have it. All right. So are any of you songwriters?
Well, all three of us are songwriters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mariah, you start, and we'll end with JoJo. Tell us about your songwriting, and either if you've written songs or kind of what inspires you to write.
A lot of my experiences in life inspire my writing. It inspires my thoughts. Really, I just write some things down and try and bring it to them and see if they can put a melody to it. I am really just, I think that Jessica is the expert here, as far as with writing. She has such a beautiful way of writing down words. But I do feel like, my experiences and my feelings, whatever I may be going through, or even just when I just feel so loved by God, then I'm like, I have to write this down. I have to write this down in my journal. I have to, do that. But that's me.
All right, wonderful. And we do want to interject that Jessica Fox, the other part of this trio, she is on a plane right now, so we're going to have RESOUND back later on in the year when we have all three of them. But she is on a plane right now, so we couldn't get her. But big shout out to Jessica Fox. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, she was stuck in the snow, y'all. She was stuck in the snow.
Yes, she's just getting out of wherever she was. So, and we want her to come home. So we said, take the flight and come home. All right, so JoJo, your songwriting, tell us about that.
Yeah, so I actually put a CD group together back when I was working at Richmond Christian Center, back when I was like 17, 18 years old. So I have probably about, I'd say about 30, 35 songs that I've written, thus far. My style comes from people that I've listened to, like Richard Smallwood, Kurt Carr, Anthony Brown, which is amazing. These are all just, I like difficult stuff. So the music that I've written is all about the crazy. They call me. They say I always make the big endings. I'm very dramatic. It's my music.
Why am I not surprised?
I call his music Lion King. Because everything sounds like a Lion King production for us.
Oh, really?
Very dramatic. So, yeah, I want to catch your attention. I want to make you cry and stuff. So, yeah, so that's like we all write, but we have, of course, different levels and kind of different experiences that we've gone through that we write out of, whether it's our pain, whether it's our joy, whether it's our, experience, good and bad. But all together, at this moment, we actually written some songs together that's going to be coming out pretty soon. So we're really excited about that. Yeah.
So that's a great segue. You all are working on your own project. So I don't know who wants to take a stab and or both of you want to chime in and tell us how that's going. How far along are you? How are you picking your songs? Who are your producers? All that good stuff.
Okay, I can start. Our EP project is almost finished. We're doing some finishing touches. We're doing some more creative things behind the scenes, and getting some photo shoots and things like that taken care of before we send it out there. And that should come out very soon. As soon as we have an exact date, we'll let everyone know on our Instagram, Twitter, and our Facebook. So follow us, guys. Our producers, we have plenty of talented people that help us out with making our music. If I can shout out a couple of people. Orlando Palmer, he's amazing. Darius Wilson. We've got Greg Mitchell helping us with our music. It's a slew of musicians that are so kind to use their time to help us, embellish our music. And we just want to say we appreciate you guys and we love you.
Oh, that's sweet. Awesome. JoJo, what do you want to say about the new project and you all are feverishly working on?
Dude, it's gonna be very diverse, and I don't think people we really want to do a cappella as well as bringing music to the table, because we don't want people to think that we just sing a cappella music, but and arrange a cappella music or cover songs. But we're going to do it's going to be very diverse. It's going to be very different. And I know one thing that we're really just key on is that we want to make sure whatever we bring out is going to be the best. So the reason why we get all questions all the time, why I don't have product, why I don't have anything? Well, it's all about God's timing. I just feel like when we bring it out, it's going to be amazing. I don't want to ever look back and say, we should have did this, we should have did that. We're just really making sure that God uses us and that we're not rushing, and that and even as the CD starts to come together, which hopefully EP, I know the EP will be out by the summer at the latest, but as stuff start happening, the buzz will continue to keep going on so that when we do have our first product come out, it'll just shoot off. And so that's, the producers are amazing. We're writing, it's all original material, and it's just going to be amazing. I'm very, very excited about it.
Wonderful. We are waiting with bated breath for this project certainly to come out. Listen, big shout out from Facebook. Lauren says, I'm listening to Resound on the Charvette Show. JoJo, you sound awesome. So thank you, Lauren, for listening. All right, so thank you. All right, so we are all just waiting. Because your sound is so crisp, and I think it's the right decision to put something together of quality, because I have seen where artists sound good live, and then their project doesn't. It's just something fell off. So you wanna make sure that it's all top notch. And another thing I like about you all. Gosh, this was back in the summer. I attended the ICM Convocation late night musical. And, musical late night, number one, and musicals kind of have their own kind of culture, if you will. But what I really liked was that you all, it wasn't when you all got up, you brought other singers into it. You did, your part, and then you did this kind of pass the mic thing around. And I just thought that was so awesome because it spotlighted that this is, about all of us and not just about, RESOUND. So I don't know whose idea that was, but kudos.
Yeah, I think it was a collect. We want to bring Richmond up together. I don't want anybody to ever think that, RESOUND is doing great and they're going to go off. And, we want to literally put Richmond on the map. And, there's so many people like, I don't know if anybody's watched American Idol, Rayvon Owen. He is our great friend. And he went to Hollywood. He's from Richmond. And that's amazing just to see that so many people from Richmond, like Richmond I'm not even going to say may. Richmond's going to be on the map.
Yeah.
And Richmond is going to really make a difference, not only in, the country, but in the world. And so we're going to bring everybody that wants to come up with us as well. It's all about, elevation is great, but it's got to be a thing we do on one accord. We got to be unified. And I think that it's something that collectively RESOUND just always wants, for our ministry to do. We want to touch other people, and we want to bring other singers, other musicians up with us, Yeah,
I love it. I think that's the right. Yeah. I think that's the right spirit. All right. Well, listen. Let's give our listeners one more time how they can connect with you online. So, Mariah, you want to let them know one more time?
Sure. Instagram and Twitter at official RESOUND. OFFICIAL RESOUND SER. Right, I'm sorry. RESOUND. And on Facebook, you can look us up just under RESOUND. We'll be right there. Also, if you want to follow us individually on Instagram, you can definitely do that as well.
Wonderful. And if you want to support RESOUND, monetarily support RESOUND, jump over to Charvette.com. My blog article there has a link to their GoFundMe.com link where you can be a monetary blessing. So Charvette.com, very simple, Charvette.com. You'll see their picture at the top in their blog article, and the link is at the very bottom of the blog article. So that's another way you can support Richmond's Own. Well, thank you, guys. Yes, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll have you back as the EP comes out and all that good stuff to chat with you some more.
Absolutely. Yes, can't wait to come back.
All right. Thank you. All right, listeners, we're going to take a very quick commercial break, and we're going to be back with our second segment, an author spotlight. We're going to be chatting up about the keys to living uncuffed women in business. Don't you go anywhere.
It's the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Charvette will be back after this.
Does your church or ministry have a website? Are you a local artist or author that has an established web presence? If you answered no to any of these questions, you're letting countless opportunities pass you by. Hi, I'm Charvette Mitchell. Mitchell Productions was created with your needs in mind. We will provide you with stylish and economical online marketing solutions. From email marketing to your own website, Mitchell Productions caters to ministries, nonprofits, small businesses, and special events. Check out our portfolio at mitchell-productions.com. In today's world, a website is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And Mitchell Productions can create your website in a stylish manner at a very economical price. Don't let business, customers, or new congregation members pass you by. Visit Mitchell Productions today at www.mitchell-productions.com. Let us showcase your organization to the world.
Spiritual Food for Thought, 31 inspirational quotes to jumpstart your day by LaTanya Boyd, consists of inspirational messages that offer daily words of empowerment, promote spiritual growth and development in the Lord Jesus Christ for your day-to-day living. Spiritual Food for Thought, 31 inspirational quotes to jumpstart your day. Available now on Kindle, ebook, and paperback. Log on to www.latiboyd.com.
IndustryBuzzWith3Zs.com. Join in today on the movement to bring integrity back to media. With one click of a button, you can disseminate your information right from Industry Buzz to all your favorite social sites like Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, and to your email contact. Maximize your vision today. Plus, get the latest news, entertainment, and media. Need fashion or makeup tips? Looking for a job? Connect with us today. Want to connect with other business visionaries? Connect with us today. This site is for everyone, from teens to music lovers, from businessmen and women, industry professionals, and performers. As a member of Industry Buzz with 3Zs, you'll gain help promoting your vision. Industry Buzz with 3Zs will expose, expand, and keep your fan base up to date with all your happenings. Members also receive free or discounted perks from various sponsored companies. So join the social network, expand, and stabilize your business. Connect with like-minded individuals. Need an artist to minister at your upcoming event? Look on Industry Buzz. Have a voice and submit your article to our e-magazine. Industry Buzz with 3Zs is the place to globalize your vision. Establish it today. Be heard. It's all on IndustryBuzzWith3Zs.com. She's here to motivate, excite, and influence you. She's Sharvette Mitchell. It's the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show with in-depth interviews from today's leading authors, gospel artists, stars that you want to know about. And now, Sharvette Mitchell.
All right. Welcome back again to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Super excited to have you listening in from all across the world, the wide web. Welcome to those that are listening in from Sharvette.com, from my mobile app. Oh, my goodness. From Twitter, from Facebook, from Instagram, and all those good places. We appreciate you here on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. So listen, I know that first segment was really, really inspiring. Big shout-out to RESOUND, again, representing Richmond, Virginia well. And if you haven't heard them sing, if you're new to them, you haven't heard them, definitely go to YouTube, and you can just put in RESOUND, RESOUND. And there's a bunch of viral videos that have gone viral for them. All right, so now we're going into our second segment. I am excited. The next guest is the owner of May We Help You Radio Network. It's a network that prides itself for bringing together businesses, community, and you. And I'm telling you what, she is also a contributing author and contributing writer for Keys to Living Uncuffed. Yes, Keys to Living Uncuffed, Women in Business. And this book is a collaborative effort, a collaborative collection of keys or tips that can be used in your everyday life. And I'm telling you what, it's been written by successful local women in business. And certainly with the new year, there are many entrepreneurs there are many that are starting. There are many that are just getting a new juice and zest for life. And so certainly any tips that can help us be uncuffed, we want to hear about them. All right, so we're excited. We're going up to the mic to bring Latisha McDougal here on the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, where you will get to hear all about this book. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Miss Sharvette Mitchell, and I must say it is official. I have arrived. I'm on the Sharvette Mitchell Show. Oh.
Listen to that.
You know I love you. I love this show.
Thank you.
And, I'm just so happy that you're also a part of our network. Even in syndication, you rock.
Yes. So I am excited. So listeners, you see, if you're on Sharvette.com, you can see our broadcast stations, and MWHY Radio is right there in the mix, So thank you for having us, and thank you for carrying our show.
Oh, absolutely. And, and like you said, we stand for, connecting everyone, business, community, and you. And it wouldn't be anything without us looking into what our Richmonders are doing, Richmondites, I like Richmondites, and making sure that, we look out for each other in business. And you are just such a trailblazer in what you do for the business community, the church community, entrepreneurs everywhere. So, you definitely inspire us, and so we definitely love being able to carry your brand.
Oh, thank you so much. So, you know what? Let's continue talking about the radio network. How did you even get the idea to start this?
Well, to think about how we started the radio network, we have to look at, the whole thing. And I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I am not going to bore you with my long sob story tonight. But I have to tell you, I've been in LLC since 2004. And it was in 2012 that I decided to actually 2013, I decided to do a radio show. The show was because I wanted to be able to give the entrepreneurs who were either coming to work with me, partner with me, or just needed assistance, I wanted to give them a way that they can hear from other owners that can assist them, that can give them tips, that can give them the tools that they needed to be successful in their business, to make it grow, to kind of bring it out of the dead state that some people found themselves in. And so there are some industries that are really good. Accounting is a really great industry, but if you own your own firm, you know there are times where you may be stagnant. You know, being a virtual assistant is a really great career, but if you are stagnant sometimes, you need to look outside the box. So I wanted to be able to bring people together that way, and so I started May We Help You, the radio show. And then the end of 2013, I said, you know what, I have all of this airtime. What can I do to continue to bring a broader audience together, bring more hosts together, and let them platform, give them their own soapbox where they can continue to help people in a grander scheme. And that's how the network was kind of born. And, you know, we started off with 5 shows, then we were 7 shows, we were every day, then we went to twice a day, 14 shows, and now, you know, we have our own app. We have a digital magazine. We're on iHeartRadio now. So it's just the growth from us just starting a little show.
Yeah.
And, you know, here it is, 2015, just started our iHeart subscription yesterday. So,
wow.
You know, the growth is just there. You just have to, you know, I tell anybody, if you can dream it, don't just dream it. You have to be it. You have to do it. An entrepreneur's best asset is the fact that they are willing to go outside of the box to do what they need to do. But now you just have to continue and push and strive to get it. And that's what an entrepreneur spirit is.
Wow. And have you found that people actually like talking? So, you know, the internet radio and radio in general has really been something that's really booming now?
Absolutely. I find that almost anybody can have something that they can platform. Now, we may need to organize it. We may need to help you with your thoughts. We may need to help you coin what your actual audience base should be like. But almost anybody who can work in corporate world or be an entrepreneur, you have something to give to somebody else. Even if it may not be on a weekly basis, maybe you don't have enough material where you can do it weekly. You might be able to do it monthly, where you can get on that soapbox and really give out a little bit of a free a little bit of a free coaching, a little bit of a free training. And that's also going to help to strive and get business back to you, because people are now going to trust you because you've been able to prove you are the expert in this industry.
Absolutely. And if anyone has been researching, you know, online marketing, how do I market online, podcasting, which in essence, once you do your show live, it turns into a podcast, is one of the leading things that they're saying, hey, if you want to keep people coming back to you, your site, you want to keep people listening to you, you need to be saying something to them on a consistent basis. So, hey, radio is one of the keys. So if there are people that are listening that want to be a part or want to find out more information about the network, tell them how they can get in contact.
Well, you can definitely visit us online at mwhyradio.com. Obviously, I'm going to drive you to my website so you can see what we're all about. You can see our faces and really be acclimated with us. But if you want to reach out with me directly, Latisha, LATISHAM at mwhyradio.com. And, of course, you know that stands for May We Help You Radio.
There you go. All right. So let's turn our attention to Keys to Living Uncuffed, Women in Business. So first of all, what a great title. And I know that you are a contributing author, contributing writer to this production, really. So how many other writers are involved with this book?
There are a total of 9 women that is direct contributing authors of this book. So it's 10 of us total. And this is a Caprice Smith brand. Her brand is Uncuffed. And some of you, especially my Richmondites, might be saying, well, who is Caprice Smith? That name doesn't sound familiar. She is the reigning Miss Corporate America. She is also a coach. she's a business coach, and she is a radio host on our network. So Coach Capri Smith, amazing, amazing woman. Her brand is Uncuffed. She wrote a couple of books and has done some things for schools with the Uncuffed brand. So we have so many different women who have contributed to this particular book. But this particular book is just for the entrepreneur. It's coming from entrepreneurs to entrepreneurs. Now, do you need to be an entrepreneur? No, because you can be in corporate world but have an entrepreneurial spirit, because you want to strive to be the person in your industry who is indispensable to that job, so they can never let you go. So, this book is definitely for, the women and men who are striving to be in a different phase in their life. And like you said, these are keys. They're tips. The reason they're called keys is because when you think of uncuffed, I want you to think of handcuffs. I want you to think of bondage. I want you to think of what's holding you back or holding you down. And we are here to give you the keys that is going to give you your release and allow you to be let free from old ideals, from people holding you back, from, situations that you think are impossible. We're giving you those keys to uncuff yourself.
Wow. And I love the book cover. You're kind of hanging to the side and you've got the handcuffs in your hand like, hey, these ain't holding me, and so they don't have to hold you. And I know I use
That's right. I'm the only one who's holding it like right in there with a fist, because I'm showing you, this is power. I'm power, and I want to give you the power. I'm sharing my power with you. Everyone's holding it differently because of, the pose that they feel, that they have it. Some people have it as a come here, like, listen, you want these keys back, you want these cups back on?
Right.
But like you said, I'm holding it to let you know this is power, and I've just unleashed you from it because I'm willing to share my power. I'm like you. I think you and I do a lot in media the same type of thing. And because, the LLC side, we help with web design. We help with social media campaigning and branding and marketing, and with training for people who want to be in radio or are about to go do some interviews. We train you to get you there. But on the radio network side, we help to build your brand and to spread your message. So, I definitely feel as though I am the key that can get that power that you need.
Wonderful. And what are some of the things that cuff us? So we know the book is going to discuss the keys to get you uncuffed. What are things in your mind and your thoughts and your observation that cuffs people, that binds people?
As an entrepreneur for over 10 years, I can honestly tell you one of the things that truly hold us back is our family and friends. When you have family and friends who are not entrepreneurs, have never ran, operated, started a business, they do not understand your mindset, and that's okay. Sometimes you get so excited about little things and accomplishments that you may be striving, or when you're starting up your business, or even if you're just at the ideal stage of this is what I want to do, and you're going to get naysayers, and they don't mean to be. But what happens is when you get so many people that say, well, in this economy, it's going to be rough. Well, there's so many people that's doing something similar to that. Well, you don't have any startup capital to do something like this, so, how do you expect to make money? It cups your mind. They put, just a mental block over what you can actually do and what you can actually achieve. And so what ends up happening when that happens to you, you either procrastinate, you don't see your vision through, you don't try as hard, and it's not because you don't think that you can be a great business person, a wonderful entrepreneur, your business isn't sound. You're just cuffed mentally. So, that's what some of the things that we talk about. And I actually prepared one thing that I did want to read to give a free key today. And it's about defining yourself.
Yes.
So this is from my chapter, and I'm going to tell you before we get off, too, who the other women are, because they're all amazing. But this is my key 61, and it's called Define Yourself. While at an event a few months back, a guest speaker said to the audience, look at my title. For as many things as I have put on there, you do not see dishwasher, cook, or housekeeper. for those things are not my job. As a businesswoman for more than 10 years, that was the first time it clicked to me the importance of defining your total responsibilities in and out of your home, and in order to truly be uncuffed in this business world. Women are struggling to find their place because we have not made a full statement of what our purpose is. To understand you will have to sit down with yourself and write on paper, I know, a foreign concept, who you are to your family and friends, who you are to your business, and how you want the world to truly see you. Sign it. Make it official. Your business will thank you later. Women who have it all, family, success, happiness, and a career, is typically a hard-working woman. I want you to want it all. Be greedy. The key to having it all is to keep God first. If you're not a praying woman, well, trust me, the world will need you to be able to have faith. Taking time away to spend with your family, yes, you. Leave work at work. Your success is measured by you and no one else, so you should always have that in spades. Remember to laugh and enjoy the little things around you and become the guru in your industry. Whether you are a business owner or a corporate worker, there's always something new to learn. So keep up to date and make yourself too valuable to be dismissed.
Ooh,
so
make yourself too valuable to be dismissed. Oh, wow.
And so, and it's definitely something that has impacted a lot of women. Just hearing us say these statements and affirmations, making it true to your life. Take a key each day. I have one woman who told me, it's a quick read. She writes a book in a weekend, but she said what she's doing now is every day she's reading a different key to kind of affirm herself and live in a different way. She's not picking up that calendar that has those quick quotes. She says, I'm getting them right from my sisters who are tangible, reachable, and I know that are living this life.
Yes, and I mean it's wonderful. Like you just gave within that segment that you read, there is an exercise there. You need to sit down, and write these things out. What are you to your family and friends? What are you to your business? What do you want to be seen as? So that's like a great homework assignment, if you will, that they can have the book right there, and that will provoke people to think about things differently.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful.
And some people don't even realize that you do have to, once you step out to be a business owner, entrepreneur, or if you decide that I am going to be the go-to person in my office, my workplace, you have to step up to be a leader. And a leader can be called upon for different things. You have to live a leader lifestyle. Look at what your social media is saying about you. If I would go on your social media page right now, no matter which one I chose, what is it saying about the type of person you are? I know that we shouldn't judge books by their cover, but people are getting judged every day because you are constantly being watched as a leader.
Absolutely, and I don't even think it's a judgment thing. I think it's people are making impressions. First impressions now are online. They're not in front of you. First impressions, which they say are lasting, are online. So that's what people are doing. So yeah, you definitely got to think about all that, and definitely leaders. Many leaders are creative. I don't care what kind of leader you are typically creative, which lends itself to you having to do multiple things, which you just said.
Absolutely.
Wow. And so within the book, what are some other examples of chapters that a reader may find throughout this book?
Well, the good thing is because, like we said, we are under the Uncuffed brand, Caprice has, play detective, shift change, safety vest, foot patrol, 2 women's unit, sergeant's test, roll call, off-duty, and juvenile detention. So those are just some of the extra chapters that she has written in the book to kind of fill in for everything around to make it a whole book for you so that you're not just hearing from our point of view. But I do want to say the other women who you are going to hear from besides Caprice Smith is Delana K. Watkins, Jasmine Green, Angel Steele, Cherie Cofield, Wanda Luck, Christina Collins, Charlene Day, and Latisha McDougal. And these are just some of the women for this book. She is actually trending the Keys books to different industries as well. She's going to have one for fashion and beauty. She's going to have one for, I think she's going to do a men's series. So she's going to be able to, she's spreading this brand. But we definitely want you to be able to get the Women in Business book. We are going on tour. We are going to be doing book signings. So, we definitely want to continue to spread this brand.
Oh, wow. So how can people keep up to date on your book signings and touring and all that?
Well, of course, you can always follow the network itself on Facebook. So that would be facebook.com/MWHY Radio. We're also on Twitter, twitter.com/MWHY Radio. Try to keep it trending. And our website. She also has information on the CapriceSmith.com website, and that is CAPRICE Smith.com, where you can find out about the schedule. But we already have our first signing, and I can tell you where that is. I'm looking online right now.
Yes.
I don't memorize anything for nothing to nobody.
I know. I got to write it down these days.
That's a shame. I feel as though I'm getting old, when that happens. But,
You're getting better. You're getting better.
I'm going to have to say that. I'm getting so good, that I need assistance and all of that kind of good stuff. So we definitely make sure we keep that up. But our first book signing is going to be in Maryland at a Kazoo Books. And that's why I wanted to look for the address to make sure. Oh, there it is. Okay. And I told a story. That's not the address. Okay. And, wow, we talk a lot in this chat room. That's all I'm going to say. Well, let me give the website for it because I think that'll be easier. But if you are in the Maryland area, I'm sure you would know where UKAZOO Books is located. It's such a unique name that I can't see people not knowing exactly where that is. But you can also visit them online at kazoobooks.com.
And what's the date of that? Do you know the date of that book signing?
We are going to be there in March, and it is the last weekend in March. So actually, I'm sorry, that's going to be the 20th. March 20th is the day that we're set to be there. We're going to be there for a good 5 hours because we've already kind of put the call to action out there for people to meet up with us. And there's been a lot of people who've been interested in coming out and, getting their books signed or purchasing their books for the first time and getting it signed. We'll also be carrying things from our own brand because almost like, we're all women in business, so we all have our own brand to bring with you, to give to you. So we're all going to be bringing different things from the brand. So, as a member of the May We Help You family, you will be well represented out there as well.
Oh, thank you. I have peeps in Maryland. Hey, y'all.
That's
Support. Now, those that are listening are saying, hey, I can't get to Maryland. Can I buy the book?
Well, of course. We already know you can always buy the book from me.
Yes.
So I always want to make sure anybody who gets the book from me does get it signed. I still have Charvettes because I got sick the weekend. We were supposed to connect and give it to you. But you can always connect with me on Facebook to put your order in. So I am Latisha McDougal, McDougal, or use the email that I gave for the network or myself to connect with me, and I would love to ship a book out to you. And as I stated, every book that I send out is getting signed. And after the signing in March, I'll even have bookmarks to put in there as well that will have information about the network so you can follow us on the network as well.
Wonderful. And I have tagged Latisha on Facebook personally, and then I have also tweeted as well. So those are quick, easy connection points so you can get your hands on keys to living uncuffed women in business. All right. And so I tell you, with you being a contributing author, is this your first project where you've been a contributing author?
It actually is. So I was so super excited. I hope it sounds like it in my voice, guys, because I was really super excited, to be a part of a collaboration like this. I have been pretend writing books at home.
Pretend. So you have a bunch of journals all around the house with books written in them.
Actually, I really do. And even on my iPad, I have broken down a series of me and my husband's story. So that's like a 4-part series. I don't even want to say the title of it because I don't want anybody to go and be like, oh, I'm going to come out with it before she does. But I have, not just in my mind, it's tangible, it's written, but I just have not, taken it to the next step because I said, once you become an author, that's a new lifestyle for you. You have to go to these book signings. You have to make these appearances. And I said, as a single author, I'm not ready. But as a contributing author, I'm ready to share that responsibility with my sisters or brothers, if I do another book. So I'm definitely looking forward to partnering with more people in that aspect. But, I technically publish stuff all the time with the digital magazine. That's a weekly mission. So I always write an original something in there, and I actually, the May We Help You brand actually also puts out 2 other magazines, digital magazine as well. So we don't just do our own, we do others as well. So that's, my hands are in so many different places. Yeah. Yes,
and yes again. Your hands are in many places. Wonderful. Well, the goal of my show is to motivate, excite, and influence, and we want to know what continues to motivate you.
What continues to motivate me is teaching, because I love to see people that learn things for the first time or ask me questions, which means the material that I'm giving you is so profound or so confusing, take it or leave it, that you are paying enough attention to ask those follow-up questions. So my motivation comes from being able to put tools and tips and skills in other people's hands.
Oh, wow. That's well said. And I think certainly people that are finding themselves doing well these days have a kind of a servant attitude, and that really is what you just said is you're trying to help people. Certainly the network is helping entrepreneurs, helping those that want to, have a platform and share their platform. So big shout out to you, Latisha, for doing that.
Thank you. Thank you, darling. Thank you. And I just, I do want to say one more thing. We are touring I'm touring with another young lady, and this is going to be one of the biggest things that I do this year. It's called The Power of 52 Women. So to learn more information, I do want anyone who is interested in taking their business global to go to thepowerof52women.com. It's myself and rockstar entrepreneur Erica A. Murray. And what we're doing is we're taking women who you might have outgrown your region, you might have outgrown your state, and now you're ready to see what the possibilities are for you to be able to market, manage, and operate in even other countries. By the time we're done with the whole total program, we will have you registered in other countries to be able to run your business. So, but we're only looking for 52 women.
Only 52 women can jump on that, so definitely get in contact with Latisha. And we mentioned Facebook, Twitter, any way they can. If they write a note and stick it in a bottle, get it to you. Any way they can, right?
And they come to me. You'd be surprised, but they do show up. No.
Yes. By any means necessary. Well, I'm telling you what, it has been great having you here on the show just to chat about all the great things that you have. And I'm excited to get my hot little hands on my copy of Keys to Living Uncuffed Women in Business. So I'm excited about that and wish you much more continued success.
Thank you, my darling, and I'm just continuing to look forward to partnering with you. Everyone, just continue to rejoice with the Charvette Mitchell Show. I love it, and, just looking forward to it again.
Oh, thank you. All right. Listeners, guess what? That's going to wrap up another edition of the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. As always, we appreciate all of our listeners, whether you came in from Twitter, you saw it on Facebook, you saw it on Instagram, you were hanging out on Charvette.com, you might be in my email list, you might be on my mobile app, or any of our broadcast stations. We love you. We know that time is of the essence. Time is money, and so we appreciate you taking the time to listen to the live show or to the podcast or to the rebroadcast. So check me out at charvette.com, charvette.com. That's where you'll find me and find all the information about our past shows and upcoming shows. I'll see you later.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you have been listening to the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Connect with her at charvette.com. And until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. The Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Signing off.